there's not many players that actually hit a forehand with a straight elbow on contact. And if you have a look at the ones that do, Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, Juan Martín del Potro, Fernando Verdasco, 4 of the biggest forehands I've ever known in the sport. This guy's got very similar technique to all of them.
That's a kick serve you were talking about?
Yeah, that was the second one, but sometimes he uses the slightly faster kicker, Mary, as a first serve, and he'll serve and volley behind it, and he's not scared to do it on big points against Bayer's break point down. You know, cheeky serve and volley. Love it.
Oh.
Ferrero has been working with Alcaraz the last couple of years. He's got a young family. He doesn't want to travel as much as he is, but he knows that these are the formative times for the Spanish teenager.
Killer lane that Brooksby's able to keep with his ground strokes. And it's going to be an interesting battle within the overall war. Alcaraz does not like to back down with his forehand. He will keep going after it, even if he's making errors.
Do you say that in a good way or a bad way?
I said in a good way. Okay. I like the fact that he backs himself, he backs his technique. That's his brother on the right, Alcaraz's brother. He's been traveling with him the whole summer. Alvaro. And the man in the blue cap is Albert Molina. He is the agent. He is the guy who's lubing the deals.
I bet he's busy.
Game, Alcaraz.
Just got a nice strut to him, hasn't he?
Yeah, chest out, shoulders back.
First game.
And I remember when we were chatting with his physical trainer, Juanjo Morena, at the Next Gen finals a couple of years ago. And he said to me, Robbie, the body is almost set. He is robust enough, he's the right weight, right characteristics. So now for us, it's all about maintenance rather than having to still build the physique.
Jenson Brooksby, a lot longer, a lot leaner. Have a look at his
Jenson Brooksby to serve.
Already it's weird. But at the point of contact, things go well for him, don't they?
Yep, and that's always a tricky one. How much changing do you do? And I think a good coach will realize the effectiveness of a shot. I think the French are very good at that with their players.
He's got a long-time coach, Joseph Gilbert.
And it's a great story how Joseph became his coach, because
30 love.
Joseph was coaching his parents. He only did adult lessons. And eventually, Brooksby's parents asked him, please, you know, would you coach this young son of ours? And eventually he relented when he was 7 years of age. off the charts.
He can climb on top of the ball, can he?
30-50.
I mean, the first 10 strikes in the rally are just inches from the line. It's not that short. That is a 92-mile-an-hour ripper. Left a vapor trail, that backhand.
Alcaraz beats
40-50.
Tsitsipas. Last year, Tsitsipas already had. Brooksby took a set off of Novak Djokovic before Djokovic prevailed. But for a set there, Djokovic was very confused by this guy.
He was. Gave Novak absolutely nothing. Of course, the first set, it's normally the underdog that's intimidated. Of course, the great players know it's a marathon, not a sprint. Just bide their time. They're so good at problem solving. Brooksby camp all sponsored up.
One shot of Brooksby's, what would it be?
One game on.
His backhand.
First set.
His backhand is world class. His ability to hit through the ball, he can change direction on it seamlessly from across court to the line. He can defend, he can attack off it, and he's got immaculate length.
It moves pretty well for a tall guy too.
Yeah, it's a big change, isn't it, from 20, 25 years ago.
15 love.
And Nick Lester and I were having a discussion yesterday evening, Mary, with Daniil Medvedev and how well he moves for somebody that tall, 6'6". And I put it down to all the core strength exercises that have come to the fore in the last decade or so.
Such different physical training now.
Absolutely. Back in the day, it was, you know, you do your 200 sit-ups and you were good to go. That's it, tick the box. But these days there's so much more to it, and I think what it helps to do is marry the coordination between the lower and the upper body. So strong there, everything moves in better sync.
Brooksby likes the idea of a backhand to backhand back.
All day long.
15-13.
See how easily he can take it on the rise.
And you can see how a guy like this could make you anxious to try to finish off a point. Brooksby's made one unforced error. Alcaraz already has 6. We're only in the 3rd game.
one of Carlos Alcaraz's greatest gifts and greatest strengths. His ability to recognize the impact his shot's going to have on the opponent. And he is so quick to come forward. As soon as he hits that, he knows the next shot's going to be defensive, and he's all over the net. Using his athleticism just to take time away with the volley.
(40-30).
In again. And it pays off.
Alcaraz.
Start.
Alcaraz has lost that point, but what about the improvisation there with the chip backhand return? You know, normally he'd hit the double hander, but it's a good serve. His ability just to improvise, keep the ball in play. Small little things like that.
It's
another nuance in the Alcaraz game. Watch how every now and then he'll just go after a second serve. He's so good at creating instant pressure. Doesn't do it all the time, but you don't know when it's coming. It's very unsettling as a server.
Where is Jenson Brooksby's net game at this stage of his young career?
15-30.
It's, if I was his school teacher, my report card would be, can still improve, 6 out of 10. That's a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. The fact that he's made his way to this current ranking to a level so quickly, and you still got so much to improve. I think that's a good thing.
30 all.
Sometimes you'll see the double-handed backhand volley. He's got good reach. But again, the feel around the net can definitely still get better. He's working very hard on his athleticism and fitness as Brooksby.
(40-40).
The coaching from the side of the court. He's just toweling down in front of his camp, which is allowed now. Juan Carlos Ferrero just barking some instructions, some encouragement. You're only allowed to drip feed information to your players. No lengthy conversations allowed. It's being trialed till the end of the year.
The deal is the player's not allowed to talk back.
Juice.
He's got a great overhead. There's plenty of pop here. This was a little overzealous.
Go, man. Let's go.
The forehand can prove costly on occasions, no question about it. Keep an eye on it. Put a little asterisk next to that
Advancing
enforced error
Brooksby.
on break point.
So he can get a little Homer happy on the forehand.
I like that.
Game, Brooksby. Two games all. First set.
USOpen.org can catch you up no matter what social media you're on. You can find out that Jessica Pegula came through on this court before these two took it. Petra Kvitova over Muguruza. Now those two play one another.
Love 15.
It might make Alcaraz a little jumpy that he's not getting the pace he wants. So he's overhitting those forehands. Tell me again, Robbie, that description of Brooksby that I like so much.
The guy with the country club name,
Okay.
a public court game,
Okay.
and a street fighter's mentality.
Wow.
Jaw-dropping when he gets it right,
30-15.
which is more often than not. Let's be quite frank about that. It's certainly a mentality that's served him well in tight situations. Incredible record in deciding set tie breaks.
What's his record in tie breaks?
Deciding set,
Yeah.
40-15.
11-1. And that's his whole career, from futures to challengers to tour level. You mentioned that match against Tsitsipas here, 7-6 in the fifth. Phenomenal. In fact, the only deciding set tiebreaker he's lost was at the Australian Open this year against Berrettini. And I commentated on that match, and Berrettini had to play lights out in that tiebreak to win it.
Game, Alcaraz.
So imagine that. Every time it goes down to the wire, you win. Every time, bar one. It's always nice when you've got two players with such good tennis IQs, trying to outfox and outsmart one another. This is what we've got here today, folks.
Fifteen all.
As Brooksby
30-15.
won this point, it's the effect it'll have down the line. That's why you keep hustling, you keep trying to put another ball back in play.
You give your opponent the impression that they're going to have to hit even better, even closer to the lines. Because you're trying to make them believe that what they are doing is not good enough.
30 all.
Even if they win it, you're basically telling them, all right, you got me this time, but you've got to keep up that.
That's what the very best players are so good at, aren't they? Just putting that extra ball back in play, shrinking the court. So pure, that backhand down the line of Brooksby. Just tracked parallel to that sideline. I've got a great view here from my commentary box. That ball did not deviate on its path. A well-struck ball very rarely does. Very naughty.
Juice.
Watch the fake here, folks. We saw that drop shot coming in. Brooksby looks for it and he just presses forward. Brooksby's going one way, the ball's going the other.
Which ATP player does this better? Anybody? Anybody hit that, use that drop shot so much and so well?
Probably not.
Yeah.
And he's got the feel of both sides. That's what the unusual thing is.
Oh.
That's one of his favorite patterns of play. He loves it, prefers it from the juice side.
Advantage, Alcaraz.
Gets a look at the second serve and rips it back down the line and comes in. James Blake was another player who used to do that very well. He used to do it with a single-handed backhand, did JB.
Oh.
This world,
Alcaraz.
jaw-dropping stuff.
Alcaraz leads 4-2, first set.
How do you defend against shot making like that?
What was the
15
best
love.
thing about his coach's game, Robbie?
Probably his, I mean, footwork and forehand were a joke. And he could take the ball on the rise. A lot of people forget about that with Juan Carlos Ferrero. He wasn't your typical Spanish clay courter who was very deep in the court. He was always camped on that baseline, taking it early, looking to dictate with the forehand. But you have to have great feet to do that. And he certainly did have that.
2 of them.
$30.
Using his
40
forehand, it
love.
looks like he's trying to chop down a tree, you know, blow by blow. You know, it's this big, tall guy.
See the elbow on contact straight. Gives you a little bit of extra leverage.
That nice, quiet head.
Yes.
Foul.
40, 50.
Foul.
Game, Alcaraz. New balls, please.
Brendan Holt, whose father Scott and mother Tracy Austin were very proud parents. Sit next to each other because the 2-time champ Tracy Austin is not an easy person to sit next to when she's watching her kid. Another forehand winner. That's number
Love
9.
50.
How about this, Robbie? Looking over at the Brooksby stats so far, he doesn't have any forehand winners or any backhand winners.
Not easy to get the ball by Alcaraz, that's for sure.
What Jenson Brooksby is doing is getting a lot of first serves. He's up in the 70s. Alcaraz is at 50. But Brooksby hasn't been able to earn a break point against Alcaraz yet.
Brooksby.
That would have been a winner against most players. That would have definitely been a winner
Alcaraz
against
leads
most
5
players.
games to 3. First set.
He even thought about going after this one, Robbie.
I mean, he needed 3 goes at it to win it. That'll go down as a collector's item in the winners column.
There we go. First forehand, Brooksby's in the winning column.
Love 15.
Get that one that sits. Move it.
Venga, vamos. Ánimo.
We go.
Coach of Jenson just giving out some instructions.
It's his 10th forehand winner.
30-15.
The racket head speed, it's a blur.
It is.
Set points for the Spaniard.
Piensa que esa que quieres. Piénsalo. Vamos.
And there it is again, that drop shot. Doesn't even have to change his grip, so that makes it even harder to read.
Game, first set, Alcaraz.
And then Carlos Alcaraz's third ace. He finishes off the first set.
Which we played okay in the opening set.
Yeah.
Love 15.
You got to look at that opening set from Brooksby and think it was a poor set of tennis.
We're talking about Alcaraz's speed. Brooksby's coach says, you can't teach speed, but you can teach footwork. You can't teach power, but you can teach a player to use angles and absorb pace.
Fifteen all.
Once again, Brooksby's done everything right there, hasn't he? And still, he's at the mercy of Alcaraz on that final strike. But props to Jenson, though. Just keep asking the question.
30-15.
That's what's going to make him so popular, the way he can just smile there after he's missed that forehand. Everybody can relate.
All. That's for serve. .40-40. Yes.
He's got so much energy, Robbie. I think sometimes he can't draw the line between eager and anxious. It's a battle, those two things.
I mean, he wasn't far behind. I used to call him Mosquito.
Was he annoying?
No.
Okay. Because it's different. They are.
Juice.
He had to be fast, didn't he? He was lean.
He was. He was like a greyhound. He was like a whippet, wasn't he?
I thought he was a mosquito.
Yeah. And that too. Stick with it. The African theme. The African theme.
Okay. Okay.
There's a lot of it in me.
Okay.
Advantage Alcaraz.
Hello.
Juice.
Could do with a few more of those. 3 points on serve will be like gold dust.
Advances Brooksby.
Brooksby does have a top 10 win. He's 1-5 against top 10 opponents. That one win coming against Stefanos Tsitsipas at Indian Wells earlier this year. Beat him in 3 sets.
Brooksby right now playing at a career high, 43 in the world.
Juice.
Eight-minute game. Brooksby means it a lot more than Alcaraz. Correct myself. Brooksby is playing at 43 right now, but he's been 10 spots higher than that.
Yeah, wasn't that long ago. Just June of this year, Mary, and I tell you, he's done well to start defending the points that, of course, he was able to garner last year here. He's got a deep run in Antwerp coming up to defend. Coming into the USTA between now and October time, about a third of his points to defend, so he's done really well. Nice run here.
Alcaraz did what he wanted to do there.
Advantage Brooksby.
Missed the volley.
And I think that's his greatest skill. 99 times out of 100, he makes the right play. So the only thing that's let him down here is the execution. And folks, that's easy to work on. For these guys, that's easy.
Juice.
18 months ago, this guy was ranked outside the top 300, was Brooksby. But I'm going to give a shout out to South Africa.
Okay, here we go.
We're on the,
not for the first time.
Yep. It all started really in February of 2021 in Potchefstroom, of all places.
That sounds like a bustling city. Where on earth is that? He was playing like a challenger or something? Where is that place?
It's about an hour and 45 minutes from Johannesburg.
Advantage Alcaraz.
It's a student town.
Why was that such a big deal to Brooksby?
That was the first challenger title that he won, and that kicked off a lovely chain of events. He came back to the States, won back-to-back challenges after that, and that just kick-started his rise. In fact, we had 2 challenges in Potchefstroom. He lost early in the first one, won the second one, and
Lads, first serve.
He was rumoured to have said that if I can win in Potchefstroom, I can win anywhere.
Yeah, that's exactly. Where's New York?
New who?
Flies, and there it
Game,
is. The
Alcaraz.
ball. To begin set 2, Alcaraz already has tucked away set 1.
15 love.
4th ace from Carlos Alcaraz.
There's one player who did make some major changes to his serve. It was Novak Djokovic.
Oh, and he struggled in and out of that serve for a while.
Now that thing is forged in steel.
Are we giving that credit to Goran Ivanisevic?
I think so. Give him the assist there. Just lowered the toss a little bit.
30-15.
Stopped tucking the elbow and kept the elbow nice and high. Got him to lead with the left hand even more so. Let the racket stay behind. I'm a big fan of teaching that mechanism of serving. I don't like a pause.
Goes wide. So
40-15.
you don't want to touch Alcaraz's motion?
No.
Okay.
The left foot almost parallel to the baseline. Tick. He has the arms going up together, but I think he's so strong it works for him, Mary. A little bit like Stan Wawrinka. They're just so strong in the upper body that they can muscle it to wherever they want it to go. Still got nice rhythm. They'd be good line backers. Centres in rugby, where I come from. Athletic, strong, especially in the upper body to tackle.
Game, Alcaraz. Alcaraz leads. 2 games to love. Second set.
Let's have a look at a slow-mo of the Alcaraz serve. Nice rocking, loads the back foot well. The racket and the arms go up together. Decent knee bend. Great ground reaction force. You can see how the legs drive the body upwards. Chest stays upright. Don't want to be collapsing.
Good posture on the serve.
Absolutely.
15 love. love.
Both camps saying the same thing. Brooksby hearing his ball club say, let's go. Alcaraz hearing vamos. So much power in the air as he takes those smashes.
30-15.
La boca ahí. Vamos.
He's got the anticipation to go with it. His press is perfect.
He wants to hit this, doesn't he? He wants to go big. Big air.
Yep.
Big smash. He's a show up. I say that in a good way.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. You talk about recognition, Robbie, how quickly he knows he can make a move. That was an 87-mile-an-hour second serve.
It's a standard deliver return.
I just like the spacing he creates between himself and his racket and the ball.
$40-30.
10 mile an hour that first serve was from Brooksby. Probably like another 10 or 15 on it at least.
Can he do that today?
I don't think so. I still think he can get stronger in the back and the shoulders. That'll help him. What about the different sounds when Alcaraz hits the ball? The thumping sound that it makes with the forehand, and then when he carves that backhand down the line, it's just so soft. Just that thin contact with the strings.
Advantage Brooksby.
But that's the beautiful thing about the sport. Those spectacular winners count for just as much as those shanked, unforced errors. There's no bonus points in tennis.
It's like a walk in baseball. They're on base.
Yep.
That's the point.
Yeah, Brooksby.
Brooksby needed that hold, and he got it.
Alcaraz leads by 2-1, second set. It's 15 love.
Winner number 13.
$15-all.
not to swing at it.
15-30.
Rush himself. Have another look at this. Had plenty of time.
Was there a chance to volley this, perhaps?
Yeah, I think that was the confusion.
Yeah, he just stutter step, didn't he? I think if he takes a big step forward, he probably can just hit a Carrillo, a little angle forehand volley there. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
Giving Alcaraz a taste of his own medicine.
But he seems more
15-14.
doesn't he? You know, he's down a set. There's no sense of panic, urgency.
Again, testimony to what you're saying there. The rally's 9 shots or more. And it's Brooksby who's winning the vast majority of them.
$30-14.
Tell you what we haven't seen today so far is that sneaky, heavy kick, serve and volley from the Spaniard. I'm just wondering if he might be considering it on this break point.
That is a big deal. Brooksby's first
2 games all, second set.
You can stay connected to everything going on week 1 and beyond on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just go to #US Open if you want to join the conversation.
Love 15.
Just another example of beautiful movement and spacing that Alcaraz gives himself to hit this one. A lot of people hit big because they don't want to do all the work to get behind the ball.
15 all.
Polishing his technique there in his mind. What he needs to do on the forehand. This has been some good rear guard action from Brooksby.
30-15.
The big question we asked ourselves at the end of the opening set, would he be able to maintain a high level of play and stay with Alcaraz? Keep asking Alcaraz questions. That's exactly what he's done in the second set. Alcaraz played a great game to break him, but he's just tailed off a little bit, has the Spaniard. He's left it, and it's licked the line.
did he find daylight?
30 all.
How did he find this?
Nothing wrong with that approach shot. You ask me perhaps
30-14.
if Jenson could improve in his game. What about coming in there when he said, "Oh, that's so good." And he's seen that Alcaraz is having to defend. We've seen how well Alcaraz does it, right? Take a page out of his book.
Game, Alcaraz.
Some breaks going on in set two, don't we?
15 love.
Norrie plays the winner between Shapovalov and Rublev.
Because he ended up winning Indian Wales. I mean,
Who saw that coming?
yeah.
His first 1,000 event as a champion.
30 love.
Inside Ash Stadium. Nice healthy fans watching this phenom. 19-year-old Carlos Alcaraz, who's now up a set and a break. Another winner. That's number 15.
40-15.
Wow, 15-1.
Game, Alcaraz. Alcaraz leads 4 games to
Not
2
going
in
to
the second
have a lot
set.
of winners. You better not make a lot of unforced errors.
Brooksby just leaking too many of those at the moment.
Go, buddy. You got it, bud.
Fifteen love.
You can see the high standards to which he holds himself accountable, expects to make that chip return. With a good first serve from Jenson.
Fifteen all.
It's of course the third major of the year for Brooksby. Didn't get to play down in Australia. Both him and his coach got COVID right before he was going to fly out there. disappointed to miss out on playing in Oz. Wanted to make his debut there.
50-30.
Man in the white sitting next to Carlos. Juan Carlos Ferrero, the guy who discovered him. Enric Molina is part of the IMG setup. Saw him playing, could not believe how hard this 14-year-old kid could hit the ball.
Said, let me sign him up.
Busca.
He's so good around the forecourt. Just hasn't been sharp in that department today. But again, he's still got the mindset of wanting to come in.
It's not that just that he hits it hard, Robbie. It's that he's so hungry for the ball.
Yeah.
40-30.
Introduced to this sport because of his father. His dad played future levels tennis.
Alcaraz wants us to call him Carlitos. Not confuse him with his father.
Yeah, Brooksby.
Brooksby holds on.
New balls, please.
A set and a break, and serving with new balls. Carlitos Alcaraz.
Led for serve. $15 love.
Alcaraz's fifth ace.
$30 love. $40 love. Alcaraz.
He is box office, isn't he?
Alcaraz leads 5-3, second set.
Nothing this young man can't do. He's almost hit the backhand volley behind him. But at the moment of impact, everything is in place. The racket head, the angle of the wrist. Yep, he liked that. He's bringing out the Ferrero finger wave.
15 love. Fifteen all.
Placed with perfection yet again.
Fifteen 30.
Knocks the fluff off the ball. What a combination of shots. Sending Brooksby from east coast to west.
$15-14.
What a combination of shots. The subtlety of the backhand slice. With the mesmerizing power of that forehand line licker. Couldn't get two different shots.
And with that 18th forehand winner, a couple of set points for Alcaraz.
$30-14. Second set, Alcaraz.
About an hour and a half.
6 games to 3.
Alcaraz up 2 sets.
Alcaraz leads 2 sets to love. Love 15. $15 all.
Right, that's better.
9 shots. 29th struck by Alcaraz.
30-15.
Wow. How do you stem the tsunami of youthful, bristling aggression? How? And he's got the imagination to go with it.
The imagination of a what? Aren't you going to compare him to something?
Of it. I mean, it's just of everything.
Of a tsunami? What? No, you know what's great? I like, he moves, Robbie. He's so light on his feet. It looks like boxing steps, right? It looks like Ali more than any tennis player I could think of.
All the great players, they float above the court, don't they?
Forty-50.
That's better. Loosen up.
Follow.
40-30.
Bien boy.
Brooksby.
Everything long. Serve, return, everything.
Juice.
Just hanging on in there.
Right here, bud. Let's go.
Let's for serve. Advantage, Brooksby.
Engage the locals.
First double fault.
Love 50.
He's got an ace to go with it. Serving at 68%. But in trouble when he misses that first serve. Winning 30% when he's got to throw in the second. There he goes.
50-0.
Starting with Alcaraz hitting.
athleticism. That was a tough smash. He was down and out. But cool as you like on that low shot, Mary.
I've seen more graceful moves, but it kept him in. And he finishes. All right. Not exactly a pattern play, but some good improv from Jenson Brooksby.
That was fun.
What was this?
That was a lot of fun.
(40-15).
Right off the court. Brooksby in the lead.
Brooksby leads 2 games to love, third set.
You really must be resolute against this young American, or he can really start throwing you off balance. Must be a dead ball. It's his fault. He probably just knocked the air at him.
Rogue ball there. It's come out of the photographer's, but it's probably a Jenson Brooksby fan, and he's just slipped Carlitos.
That could be a woman's fault. You know, they're different from the one the guys use.
It's true. Good point. It's not an easy pattern to play to
Love
get right,
15.
but if you can go to Alcaraz's forehand with some good pace and depth, because he doesn't back down, it can produce errors. That's what happened against Cam Norrie when they played in Cincinnati. Norrie's backhand cross court, immaculate length. Alcaraz couldn't make the adjustments, wouldn't make the adjustments.
Got every bit of that serve. It was 132.
Love 13.
And he just met it. Spanked it back even faster. This could be real trouble for Alcaraz. In danger of going down. Love 3 in this third set.
Love 14.
Do you think Juan Carlos Ferrero, Alcaraz's coach, tries to tell him he can't hit his way out of trouble? Does he want him to? What does he want? Or does he want to say to the kid, yeah, keep believing?
I think it's very much that. Just keep going after it.
Taken over set 3.
Love 15.
Hay que estar ahí todo el rato, ¿eh? Vamos.
Go.
15 all.
Stick with it here.
Let's go, JT, right here. Let's go.
Jenson Brooksby, hence JT, if you were wondering.
Let for serve.
Stay
15-13.
loose. Here we go.
Talking about Cam Norrie earlier, weren't we? Of course, product of the US college system at TCU. Brooksby was enrolled at Baylor University. He was all set to go there in January of 2020, which he did, but actually got injured for the early part of the season, couldn't play, and then of course COVID hit. Time, a little bit of elevation sensation.
15-14.
What's so impressive is how quickly he transitions.
Otra vez, intento empujar, intento.
See how much joy it gives him to finish off at the net. He loves it.
Yeah, Alcaraz. Brooksby leads 3-1, third set.
Buscar algún cuerpo también, ¿eh? Que la piedra cuando la tiene en la mano la mete. Vamos.
How's your Spanish?
Here we go. Let's go. Come on now.
Sometimes I understand what's being said.
Fifteen love. That's for serve.
Another question for, a lot of Spanish players, we keep showing the player box, they have a Spanish team of coaches and trainers, and a lot of French players have all French teams. In the case of Jenson Brooksby, he's got an American coach, but why do you think so many Americans are looking for foreign coaching? What are they looking for?
40 love.
What's the difference?
Immediate answer to that would be that, you know, Europe has dominated tennis in the last decade and a half, so that they must be doing something right. So I guess you look to what they're doing, who they're surrounding themselves with.
Yeah, Alcaraz.
Well, if they do, I want the coach who teaches it to teach my boy.
15 love.
Got to keep the balls here at the US Open once they go into the crowd. Don't have to throw it back. He's taking a picture of it, get the phone out straight away. US Open ball. Straight on the Instagram, TikTok.
Some of these fans, especially those who've never seen
15
how
all.
fast Carlitos is.
I'll say water covers 70% of the earth. I think Carlos Alcaraz covers the rest.
And look how many steps he took to get there, Bobby.
Easiest one of the lot.
30-15.
It says something about Jenson Brooksby that he's made this very much a match now, even though Alcaraz has 37 winners, 20 off the forehand alone. Brooksby's got 8.
Immaculate. Immaculate in its conception, right through to the conclusion.
30 all.
This is the Immaculate Conception? I've read about this in the Bible. Alcaraz with a look to get this right back on serve.
Gives Brooksby a taste of his own medicine there. It was a similar return on 2 occasions that got the break, the double break for the American. He thought he'd borrowed that one from the American coaching manual.
Huh. I like the verbal follow-through.
Alcaraz.
Just like that, a double breaker serve is erased.
Yeah. From 3-love.
Love 15. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Alcaraz needs to change his broken shoes.
What happened in the opening match against Bias? Dragged his back foot and it snapped the laces. Of course, there's no time violation for a malfunction in equipment. It's that back foot.
See right there, that back foot, he just scraped the lace right out of the shoes.
Some great camera work by our crew there. Good spot.
That's what Stefanos Tsitsipas dealt with a couple of summers ago, remember?
Yeah.
He kept wrecking the shoelaces in his shoes. think it was from his serve, actually. Yeah, I think from dragging his foot on his serve.
Love
chance
30.
for another break in this set.
It's like Bruce Willis.
It's not Bruce Willis.
Fifteen 30.
Just turning it on when he needs to.
30 all.
I mean, name me another sport where you could have players of such different body type, so different stylistically.
Yeah.
Is there another sport that invites all those differences? You really can't play the way you want, the way your body dictates and your mind. Alcaraz likes to play from up there.
40-30.
He's already been in 31 times today. Just to put that into perspective.
And how's he done on? What's his average?
He's won 22 of them.
That's pretty good. 71% up there. Brooksby's been up 14 times. He's won 8 of them. Another
Game.
ace from
Alcaraz.
That's his 6th.
New balls, please.
2 games away for the Spaniard. Losing to Isla
15
Tanya,
love.
that she played a terrific third round. But afterwards, Kyrgios, who was on one of the other courts, said, I want to be on the show court. I want to play on the big stages, the big arenas. I don't want to play where not that many people are watching me. And I thought that was very interesting. He got all of that at Wimbledon. He seeks all of that again. He got a taste for it. It wasn't just being a showman. He wants to prove just how good he is this tournament.
15 all.
He said after the loss at Wimbledon, once he had a bit of time to reflect, he thought he'd be satisfied, but he's been surprised at how much more hungry it's made him.
He said if he had won Wimbledon, he'd probably slack off.
Yeah.
He'd be satisfied, but that he got that far and didn't win against Djokovic, it only made him want more.
Let's for serve. 15-30.
Brooksby's had 2 aces on the match.
Búscalo, búscalo, vamos.
That's his 3rd double fault.
Needs to stop the bleeding here, does Brooksby. If you're joining us for the first time, he was up 3-love in the set. Double break. 4 games on the bounce now to the Spaniard. To the pump now.
30-40.
Busca, busca más relajado con Pepino ahora, relajadísimo. Vamos. La boca,
Time violation warning, Mr. Brooksby.
Wow, that's the first of this match. It went over 25 seconds between points.
Alcaraz.
2 more holes, and Alcaraz makes it into week 2.
Alcaraz leads 5 games to 3,
hole,
3rd set.
And he's in the 2nd set of the Open. He's got a feel for the big moment, doesn't he? In a rally, in a game, in a match.
Not sure if we can teach that.
$15
Ace number 7. Pop that in at 134.
Lights. First serve.
Gotta tell you, Robbie, my objection, among other things, to the coaching that's allowed now is that your team can yell at you what to do in the big points to recognize the big moment. I don't know, I always thought that it would be cooler if the player figured out ways to win.
But he's still got to execute, right?
I know, I get that part.
That's the hard part.
Yeah, that is that part. Body serve works.
I honestly think it's overrated, the coaching. I think it's we're putting too much recognition on it, because...
Does that mean you think it should stay or you think it should go?
I think it makes very little difference. That's my point. There's so much for the player still to do.
Another ace this game, number 8. And that gives him a match point. You've
40
never seen
love.
coaching turn around a match?
Very rarely.
Really? Okay. 135 or 136 this game. He's going to power his way right through this. There it is.
Game 7 match. Alcaraz. 3 sets
He
to love.
likes a big stage. He's got a big
6-3.
game.
6-3.
And Carlitos Alcaraz is in week 2 of the Open. didn't really give Brooksby a chance to settle in and use all of his game, did he? Just kind of overwhelmed him.
He absolutely did. And what a way to punch a ticket into the second week. 6 games in a row from 3-love down, double break in this third set. 6 on the trot.